The Evil Hairdresser, Part 3.
As she stepped into the graveyard, the wind began to howl, and the trees swayed as if they were alive. The air was thick with the smell of decay, and the ground seemed to pulse with a strange energy. Joy made her way to an old cracked tombstone in the center of the graveyard. This was where she performed her most powerful rituals. She knelt before the tombstone and opened the sack, spilling the hair onto the ground. As the sand touches the earth, the ground beneath her began to tremble, and a cold, unnatural mist rose up around her. Joy closed her eyes and began to chant in a low, haunting voice, calling upon the spirit of the dead. The mist ringed around her, growing thicker and darker until it was almost black. Strange whispers filled the air, voices from beyond the grave, speaking in languages long forgotten. The voices grew louder, more insistent, until they were screaming in her ears. But Joy did not flinch. She was used to those chants of the spirit. Joy, a deep, brutal voice echoed from the darkness. Why have you disturbed us? I come to offer you power, Joy replied, her voice steady and cold. Power drawn from the pain and suffering of the living. I bring you their fear, their despair, and in return, I ask for your strength. The ground beneath her shook violently, and a dark figure began to emerge from the mist. It was a shadowed form, its shape constantly shifting, with eyes that burned like embers in the darkness. The spirit's presence was overwhelming, and the air around Joy grew colder than ice. You seek more power, the spirit hissed. You dare to ask for more after all you have taken. Joy's heart pounded in her chest, but she did not waver. Yes, she replied firmly, I have given you souls, and in return you will give me what I seek. The spirit's eyes glowed brighter, and the mist around them began to show violently, forming dark, twisted shapes. The whispers grew louder, merging into a cacophony of agonized cries. You are bold, Joy, the spirit said, its voice filled with a mix of anger and dark amusement. But know this, the power you seek comes at a great cost. The more you take, the more you will owe, and one day you will pay the price. Joy nodded, unshaken. I am prepared to pay whatever it takes. The spirit let out a low, menacing laugh that echoed through the graveyard. Very well, Joy, but remember, the dead are not so easily satisfied. They hunger for more, and their thirst for mystery is unending. With that, the spirit extended a shadow hand towards the hair on the ground. The strand began to grow with a sickling green light as they were absorbed into the earth. The ground rumbled, and the tombstones around Joy shook as the power she had sought began to flow into her. The pain and agony of the women whose hair she had stolen surged through her, filling her with a twisted, dark energy. It was overwhelming, almost unbearable, but Joy revelled in it. This was the power she craved, the strength that would make her unstoppable. But as the power flowed into her, she felt something else, a presence, dark and cold, wrapping around her heart. The spirits had given her what she wanted, but they had also marked her. Their whispers were now inside her head, constantly reminding her of the price she would one day have to pay. Joy stood, her body trembling with the force of the dark energy now coursing through her veins. She knew she was more powerful than ever, but she also knew that the spirits were watching her, waiting for the day they would come to collect. As she turned to leave the graveyard, the mist began to recede, and the shadows returned to their resting place. But the spirit's voice did not fade. They lingered in the air, whispering of the horrors yet to come. Joy returned to her shop, her mind racing with thoughts of what she could do with her newfound power. But deep down, she knew that her time was running out. The spirit had warned her, and she could feel their cold breath on her neck. Yet she was determined. She would use every ounce of her power to maintain her control over the village, to keep the women coming to her, to keep feeding the spirit their mystery. But she knew that the day of rocking was drawing nearer, and so Joy continued her work, plaiting hair with her cursed hands, knowing that each braid she made brought her one step closer to the fate the spirit has promised. But this is not the end. The darkness in Udo village is only growing, and the horrors that lie ahead are beyond imagination. What will happen when the spirits come to claim what is theirs? What will become of Joy and the village she holds in her grip? Thank you guys for watching, and please come back for more. I love you.